Welcome to Voyager Part 2. Why isn't my chat coming up anywhere? There we go. That's fixed. There we go. Atomic Candyman, nice to see you. Thank you so much for the follow. Where you beaming in from, buddy? And hello, hi to you. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? That is some good artwork, isn't it? Looks very, very accurate. The old Intrepid class. There was two gifts that showed up. One of them had a mission in it, and one of them had a gift chest in it. Now the missions. Let me grab a screenshot of something. A second. This could help you. Let me grab this. See if this helps. So this is Voyager Part 2. These are missions that show up on a planet. You got the crew gift. Not too bad. Those Voyager only ones are hard to kill. You can barely kill one. I think your crew isn't the best. Well, we're gonna have a play with that. We're gonna have a play at a couple of crews. Obviously see where it works. I'm imagining that they're going to be Strange New Worlds crews as opposed to standard PMC. I think they've tried to get rid of PMC as the meta for every single hostile in the game, try and make it a bit more interesting. And I think making them hard actually adds how are you, pal? I think it actually adds an extra dimension to the game. It actually makes something a little bit more interesting, if I'm being really honest. Rather than just saying, yeah, let's just go in with PMC. You don't have those crew members yet. Almost. Ooh, nearly there. Have you got a Mantis, Atomic Candyman? I think that'll be a big help. But I mean, see if this helps you, Richie. So there's, depending on your ops level. Happy Artful Ryan. Nice to see you, pal. Nice to see you back. So there's one in Burneth and there's one in Waste Management if you're ops 30. If you're ops 40, it seems that there's a system called Think Tank. And that's a shame, isn't it? I think Kim should have been locked into should have been stuck at the rank of ensign forever. I think that would have just absolutely, I think that would have been hilarious. But I'm really mad. I am genuinely really mad about it. The fact that they haven't used the opportunity for Neelix to be our morale officer. I just think that was just such an easy win. As soon as everybody saw Balana last month, and saw that she had a Bloodhack ability to inspire hull breach, everybody just thought it was going to be automatic. Everybody thought it would just be absolutely automatic that the morale officer was going to be Neelix, because that's the officer that he played in the game, and it made so much sense. But no, we've been left with Harry Kim, and probably the most useless of the three abilities, who was deemed probably one of the most useful people there. Yeah, we're trying Harry Kim, still display him as it. Alright, so what Mimi's saying is that whereas down here normally like it will show as an ensign, let's find something like here, Mimi says that Echo's hinted that no matter what rank you take him to, so normally you would go ensign, lieutenant commander, blah blah blah, and then it will always show ensign here, and that would be fantastic if they do that, Mimi. If they can do that, that's actually not bad. Echo is trying to get it done, and that would be fantastic. Like I said, it means nothing. It changes nothing in terms of functionality of the game or anything like that. But it just creates a little bit of the fun, doesn't it? It creates a little bit of the fun that we're there. So what I want to do is I want to have a look at this loop, and I want to have a look and see exactly what the crack is with it. So let's have a quick look at these events. So we've got the unknown quantity SMS, complete battle pass, and storyline events. Okay, so that's the storyline event for today. Is this one, and it's to kill lost or Hirogan hostiles, and you get bonus points for using the Voyager.
And a lot of people earlier today were having confusion with that event, mostly because they thought they had to hit the new hostiles, the elites, and because of warp range, it can only hit up to like level 35, level 40, and they're thinking, oh, it's going to take me thousands of hostiles to get it. But you can actually use the old hostiles, exactly. The Lost and the Hirogan before stuff that came out last month. Yeah, you don't have to use the new stuff.
So look at it from what are the elites? So the elite hostiles are in this system.
Oh, where?
Yeah. They're up here. So they're in this new space.
Starting with Velixis or whatever. Vatices. Over to the 35 system over to the left a bit.
Over here, yeah.
Yeah.
So starting here, you've got 35 systems. Now the warp range on these is absolutely insane. If I just put a crappy warp range officer in, I did find those hostile. Stick a little jellyfish out. So they start off here. Capus is where the elites start, and they start at 35. But it doesn't take long before your warp range becomes a problem. So now, if you've got a Voyager, and if you've got a tier 1 Voyager and max research in terms of your warp particle, now I'm not including the fleet commander in this, but literally just the 5 levels of the warp particle research. You've got a warp range of 55, so you're capped out at these 36 systems, because the 37 systems jump massively to 110, and then the 39s are 165, the 150 at 38, 165. If you try and get to the level 40 systems, you need a warp range of 200. I mean, to put that into comparison, my tier 7 Pylum has got a warp range of 230. But the warp range on these is insane. All the way out to the level 60s, it caps out at 900. Warp 900. She's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Mimi, all the new systems added from the upper bracket. Yeah. Now then, VT, how are you? With the Voyager, you can still only reach the 48. So my Voyager is tier 3, and it's currently got 320 warp range. So I'm restricted to here. So I can get as far as the 44s with mine, and that's all. So because I'd need 345 to get to the 47, so I'd be capped there. So to be able to go see it. But we'll go have a quick look in them systems, see what the hostiles and things look like. But the actual event that's there today, I was hitting the Hirogan hostiles. What are getting any of the bits to get the Voyager BPs? No. So to get that phase, the actual parts. Where's my disco? Can my disco reach any of these systems? So to get the parts that you've got to use for your Voyager exchange, you have got to hit the new hostiles. So if we go back to that first system, so in Velixis here, you can't even look up the higher warp ones in STFC.space. The warp filter's upper limit is 600. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
That's funny.
And you can't take that filter out, can you, Mimi, and just search by name or anything like that? But I'm just out of curiosity, does anybody know what would let's have a quick look. What is the warp range on something like let's have a look at G5.
The Voyager is supposed to go up to 900.
So a G5 Epic. So a G5 Epic goes up to a warp. Oh, it does get there. So you would, to be fair, you would only need a tier 9 G5 Epic. Tier 9 G5 Epic will get you to the 900. Why do the others show having them? One sec. So these new hostiles in this new system, this is what drops these Hirogan Relics that you can then convert in the refinery. Here to be able to get your Voyager blueprint. You only need 500. So like, I mean, you're looking at these, the lowest level ones, they're dropping about 117 each. So you've got to kill roughly 5 hostiles every day in this lowest system, and you'll be able to get a Voyager. Oh, look, a Voyager in space. Ooh.
Kill it.
I don't know if it's because of this system issue, but it looks a bit pants in space, does it? Does it look a bit pants in space, or is it just this one because of this thing here, this swirly spinny thing? You can get small amounts from the non-elites. Use the doctor. You absolutely can. I think if I was going to go up here, I mean, what? Oh crap, no. So what sort of power are we looking at for like these really early level 35? So the 20. Christ Almighty, the lowest level ones are 29 million in power.
They don't hardly hit it all though.
Oh, do they not? What's the
DPR is pretty low.
Oh, yeah. So DPR is about 355. So it must be the hull that's impressive. 50 million hull. So these are a TAL hostile by the look of it. Low DPR, high hull health. That makes them a TAL hostile, and everybody I think should be very close to doing it. If you're not there, then you should be probably about 10 shards away or 8 shards away from getting TAL now. Absolutely everybody, if you've been keeping up with the flash passes. Where's the new hunters? Somebody just asked that in my AC, would you believe?
Tell them to join your stream.
Good idea. A tier 1 Voyager. Right, Candyman, so you've already got it. So a tier 1 Voyager can kill 6 before it blows up. Right, okay. So, and obviously, not, but we only need to kill 5. So we'll bring out a.
And that does depend on officer crew as well.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously, if I'm running, my 5 of 11 is at 80%. If I throw the Doctor underneath, I'm at 95%. So I'm probably going to need like 2. I'm probably going to need like 2 or 3 a day to be able to get my Voyager blueprint. Obviously, ideally, I'd rather get it sooner rather than later, because I did notice as well up in the event store that you're going to be able to convert for 50 shards by the end of the month, because I'm assuming they're going to give these particles. I've not seen anything about with it.
Yes, they are. So you'll get 38. You'll get 38 of those particles from the missions, and then another 12, I believe, are from the BP.
I saw that in the free
battle
pass.
I read earlier.
Yeah, so there's 8 and 4. So you're going to get 38 of these from missions, and then you're going to get the other 12 from the battle pass. I saw there was a bit further down on the battle pass, which means that this month you can get Voyager for 50 quid, or you can get Voyager within 50 days rather than 90, rather than in 100 days. Obviously, because you can get 1 BP a day. So, in my opinion. And Harry Kim, I'm not. He looked like a bit of a throwaway officer, in my opinion. I am not. The 7% rep gain. I'm not going to be putting him on the bridge. There's just the ship that I'm going to use and the crew that I'm going to use is going to be full Strange New Worlds to be able to use that. So I think I'm going to be using. Well, I'm not going to use him on the bridge, and I'm very rarely, unless something magical comes out, I'm not going to be using him below deck either. So I would absolutely go for Voyager shards out of that refinery, but you're going to have to keep up with the missions and make sure you've got all them done, and make sure you complete your battle pass as well to be able to do it. So this is VT, supporter of the channel, and this is a 47 Hirogan Hunter against a tier 4 Voyager. Oh wow, with Pike Moro Chen. Absolutely smoked it. Absolutely smoked it.
They really don't hit hard.
So they're a bit disappointing on that front then, by the sound of it.
It's, from what I'm seeing, it's just the warp range that's the issue. If you can get your warp range high enough, you should be able to punch up, but it just seems like it's the warp range that's the issue.
Got you. I did actually want to see, what does the warp range look like on Voyager?
Maxed, it should go up to 900, but I don't know individual tier.
So the warp, well, the range caps out at 155 at tier 12.
But there's research that goes into that too.
For that, yeah. So it's going to be research that's going to extend that, which will be in the Starship's tree, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it is in the Starship's tree. 21 new nodes.
I saw that added a few more. There was a couple of good nodes in there as well, by the look of it, from what I saw earlier. So the new research right at the arse end of the tree. That's the Titan stuff. Not got that yet. Here we go. So yeah, nice, decent little expansion to the tree there. There we start off with increases base mining rate. Yeah, because obviously there is a mining part to the loop. If anybody hasn't seen the infographic for the mining, sorry, for the actual loop of the arc, I'll quickly grab that.
And then it's the antimatter recycler. that adds to the warp range.
Lexel has also just sent me this, saying that there are some of these Hirogan hostiles, which are traders, I'm assuming, that are like the Ferengi traders in Borg space. So these must be infrequent ones that drop a boatload of this stuff. And if you can find one of these, you're going to get like what? You're getting 4 shards worth from one hostile, and that was in a level 40 system. So like the equivalent of the Ferengi miners in Borg space. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. But what I was going to show you, thanks Lexel, but what I was going to show you was the actual loop, because the loop looks quite convoluted. But if I'm honest, it's just quite a bit of all the same sort of things. So it starts off with destroying the Hirogan hostiles to get the Hirogan Relics. Then you change that for deuterium canisters. Obviously at the moment, if you haven't got Voyager, you're stuck here in the loop. You're literally destroying the Hirogan hostiles and exchanging for BPs. You're literally here. And until you've actually got Voyager, then you start up on this loop where you're going to get the Hirogan relics for, you're going to swap them for deuterium canisters that you can use for the Voyager ability. You're going to use that ability to reveal hidden 8472 hostiles in Dominion space. You're then going to destroy those to get the exotic biotoxins, exchange the biotoxins for travel tokens and commerce insignia. Commerce insignia is the stuff that you use for the research. That's this stuff. Oh no, it's not. Secretary fragments. That's called something different. I could have swore that was what it was called. Let me grab that back.
Yeah, it's circuitry fragments for the research.
Secretary fragments. Secretary fragments. So what are the commerce insignias for?
It's somewhere in the refinery, I believe.
Ah, so these are the ones that you can see. I saw on somebody's screenshot earlier that you can exchange them for other parts of the loop, so you can get parts and special. Yeah, Mimi said it. Yeah, absolutely. Not Dominion space. No, sorry. If I said Dominion, I didn't mean that. I meant Delta Quadrant. You found one in the 35 system as well. Yeah, nice. So yeah, so no, I mean it does look quite complicated. I think the only thing that's a bit rubbish is the fact that you've then got to actually mine with it. You've got to mine some stuff with it. So
Discovery 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be using it to mine these anomaly samples that you're then going to exchange for artifacts, ship parts, and the research particles. So it is actually quite a long loop to do it, but best will in the world. What I've
been hearing so far is that it's not a daily loop. It's not something that you need to do every day. It's something you can, mostly because of the cooldowns, but basically you can stockpile and do a bunch one day and not have to do it for a couple of days at least.
Yeah, especially exactly. And like I said, and until I actually get Voyager, then obviously I won't be able to show off the actual loop itself. But like I said, we can talk about it and go through it. But we're gonna have to go kill some of these hostiles anyway. Right, let's build it. Let's see how it goes. Explorer. There she is. Should we watch her come out the door? Be warned, the cargo hold his pants at tier 1. I think that's what Stewie was mentioning earlier. I think it is actually that bad that it would take a while to actually go through the loop and do the mining, wouldn't it? Right, let's speed this up. 5 hours, 5 minutes. Here we go, guys. This is all thanks to you. All thanks to you. Look at that. Look at that. Honestly, absolutely. No, I did not beef. The kind people that are currently watching, honestly, I can't tell you how chuffed I am with everybody for doing what you've done for me there. I so appreciate it. JV, VT, Retro, Stewie, honestly, Jesse, honestly, VA, who's gone now. Everybody, if I missed a name off there because it came in quite a few donations, I'm so sorry. But honestly, so happy, so chuffed. Thank you so much. She is a beauty. Now, destroy Hirogans in the Delta Quadrant to gather Hirogan Relics and refine for deuterium canisters. Use the Voyager's advanced sensors active ability to reveal hidden species 8472 bioships and take them down to gather biotoxins. Exchange biotoxins. The fact that it needs 3 to do it. So mine is 4.5 million out of dock. Sorry, 4.5 million straight out the gate. Hell, it's got a lot of weapons, hasn't it? Are these all weapons? Sample harvester. Oh no, so that's its mining laser, in essence. See what BME says. The research pays for Voyager upgrade event where it's running now. Oh, so there is an event for it. Thank you so much, BME. So anybody that was thinking holding off for a specific research event, there is an event now that specifically runs for it. I'm assuming that's going to be in upgrade the Voyager SLB. The heck, how many upgrades? I know, Max Neimer, that's what I was thinking. USS Voyager, so unlock it, 10,000 points. Spend a Voyager ship part, 100 points. Spend a secretary fragment. To do this, we're going to need our little chart up, aren't we? Let's find this. Let's make this a bit smaller. And we, oh hell, sorry. Let me grab this. Let me grab this. So, unlock Voyager easy. Spend one secretary fragment, which is 25. Where's the secretary fragments? I don't know what secretary fragments are. I thought they were the research things. And up to 45 in my alliance. It's nice to get the Voyager up to warp 270. Still at tier 1. Yeah, because of the research, yeah. Biotoxins for Voyager travel, torture and commerce insignia. Don't forget to claim it in field training. Field training? Have they updated field training? Honestly, you can tell I haven't been on much to... If you look at the Voyager Award points, yeah, it's the only way to participate. Yeah, I know. There's no point in putting the unlock points in because to actually participate in the event, you've got to do it. Oh, they have, you're right. They've done a Voyager field training mission. What do you get for it? Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, isn't that good? Construct the Voyager. 240 secretary. You get a free prime when you complete it. What free prime? What free prime? Prime Dolomite. Oh my god. The new multi-tiers. Bloody hell. 400. 400. 400. So that's like 1200. Wow, that's insane. How good is that? So what does 1200 get me? So does 1200 get me another level of my... I'm going to have to... What do I need to do next? Activate Voyager's abilities. What's this thing? Some Voyager ship parts, some deuterium canisters, which is for the ability. 1200 gets you one entire prime. See, I've got them both at level 5 already.
So the 1200 that you see from the field training will give you the first 4 levels of one of the multi-tiered primes if you don't already have it unlocked. It will get you one of the additional levels, 6 through 10, for either of those, or it will do the full unlock for the Explore credit efficiency or the Prime Defiant ability efficiency.
Wow, that is absolutely insane. So by building the Voyager, you are going to then open up a new area of your field training, which is going to give you 1200 of these dolomite particles that you can use in 3 different ways. You can either use them for the prime efficiency, which will get you to from 1 to 4. Stop me if I'm going wrong here. So it's going to get you to go from 1 to 4 on this research. So it's going to let you go from 0 up to a 90% bonus on one of them. If, like me, you have got the first 5 levels of both researches, 1200 particles will allow you to go from level 5 to level 6 on one of the options. I always would opt to go for this one first, efficient ship engineering. I covered this in the last YouTube video that I did, because gas, crystal and ore, in my opinion, is more important, because as much as parts are brilliant and parts are a big bottleneck in G4, if you can get better efficiency with gas, crystal, ore, titanium and dilithium for ships, you can build more ships to scrap, and ships to scrap is actually the only real way to source a meaningful amount of parts. So if you was torn between which one to go for, I would strongly suggest that you pop to my YouTube channel and watch the information about the primes that I put out a few days ago. I would really strongly suggest that. Somebody could just throw the YouTube chat in the YouTube link in the chat again. That would be really appreciative. And then the other option that you've got apart from those two is you can do the Borg, which is in the Xborg faction store. Sorry, Xborg research tree.
It should be the first prime in the Xborg.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just reading. So Stewie's put the link to the YouTube channel, and if anybody hasn't, please just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. Prime Xborg efficiency, again, something else you can do, which is going to cut by 50%. It's going to give us a 50% reduction, which, because there's no other efficiency for this, it's actually going to give you a 33.3% reduction in all the cost for all of your Xborg research moving forward. So a 50% efficiency gives you a 33% net reduction, because there is no other efficiency researches for this particular area. So yeah, really good option. Well done scopes, I think. So the 1200 dolomite particles that you would get. Now bearing in mind, guys, that you're not going to get those dolomite particles until you've been able to finish the field training part for the Voyager. What do we actually need to complete this? So activate the abilities, that's easy. Defeat 8472 bioships, we need to kill 12 of them, that's relatively easy. Harvest anomaly samples in the Delta Quadrant, relatively easy, we need to mine 500,000 of it. Christ almighty, that could take a while, couldn't it? We need to mine 500,000 of them anomaly samples. Did Stewie say the cargo on it's 5,000? Jesus, that's going to take a while. Defeat Delta Quadrant hostiles. 6,000? We can't only get one. The cat wants to kill 6,000 Delta Quadrant hostiles. Am I missing something there? Voyager is also a miner. The Voyager is also a miner, and I was going to show that off in a second. Do you think you can use normal miners with generic speed officers? I was just going to say that, Stewie. Can they reach this? I mean, what's the warp on that mining system? Is it low enough to get a? But obviously, wow, I used a Nova to mine 7,000 an hour. Okay, it's maybe an overnight thing, isn't it? It's maybe you just. But God, they're going to be full them systems out this soon when people start getting the Voyagers. I think it should be okay today while there's not many people with it. But yeah, Retro, the Voyager is also a miner. So if you look at this is the first ship where you ever really see this that would technically be a warship. The Disco never had this. The Disco had it as its ship ability over here to mine mycelium, but the ship ability for Voyager increases the base damage by 50,000% against hostiles with the DQ tag. DQ meaning Delta Quadrant. But it has 3 weapons. It has its cargo bay, it has its warp drive, it's got its shields, it's got its impulse engines, it's got its ablative generator as well, which is your hull health boost. So the fact that it has a harvester, which is its mining laser, the fact that it has that, and it's giving us a boost to its mining every time that you tear it up, that's going to help. But the big thing that you are going to need to actually increase that is in the research. It is not going to be the mining laser and upgrading that's going to actually give you any real boost in mining speed because of the sheer numbers that are in the research tree. So I mean, the starships tree, the mining bonuses, which is the first research that you can do, which is here, which we can do now because we've got them little boosts there. So we're going to go from 0 to 700,000%. What we're going to do is we're going to go play this loop.
Take a look at Jules' spreadsheet.
Yes. Yep, let's have a look at that as well.
Lou, hi. How are we doing?
How are you?
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, so I've got a bunch of charts coming out for the Voyager arc. I was just throwing this up while listening to you. But yeah, this is a Voyager warp chart. So this shows us with the antimatter recycler what our base warp would be with all of the researches available. So kind of mapping out what rate warp you could get to at particular ops ranges. So let's just talk about this for a second. Warp 245 for an ops 40? That's crazy.
That's insane. Especially because a Feature is locked to tier 4, tier 5, I think.
Yeah. So
that is
it's
absolutely
nuts.
insane.
You can get a ridiculously high warp. You can, like, as an Ops 53, you can reach everything in normal space. Well, I say normal, but like faction spaces, you can reach everything. So this is crazy, the warp range. And I mean, that's the whole point of Voyager. It had a crazy warp range, theoretically.
Of course it did. It was 70 years away.
Yeah, but I did color code it. So there's 3 different mining systems, anomaly mining systems. Each of them have different rates. So the first one is warp 30. That has a rate of either 2 or 4. And I don't know if it's a lucrative node or if that just means the base rate for having the Voyager mine it is 20 times higher than having a miner mine it. Which would make a little bit more sense. But
say that again.
Well, if you look at here, let me grab a link. Where do you want me to post a link? In Twitch chat?
Yeah, bang. Well, either or.
Yeah. So this is, it didn't really copy correctly, but this is a STFC.space link. You have to select it all and copy and paste it. This is just the lowest warp system, and you can see the size of the node for comm is only 5,000. The rate is 2, and then there's a bar and 40. That typically means there's like a double node, so like CLAT nodes, you can get a double rate CLAT node.
A super speed node.
Or it means like that is a specialty ship can mine that at a certain rate. So I don't know if this means that there is actually like a lucrative node that is actually 20 times faster.
Ah, right.
So Mimi, you're saying that's a double speed. Yeah. But does that mean that that's what this is telling us?
Yeah, because to be fair, STFC.space has never showed us the rate, because the rate of from a ship ability like a Devore or anything like that, has it? It's always just showed us the base rate of the node, and it's always been ship abilities or research that have been tacked onto the end of that have actually increased the speed of the nodes.
So it could just be that there is this crazy lucrative node, just like there's this Ferengi trader style hostile out there.
That's how I think I would read it. I'm sure.
Yeah. So anyway, back to there's 3 different mining systems. They're all token spaces, so you have to use a token to get there, and they have different mining rates. So it actually would behoove you to get a higher warp range in order to get your mining done. Now, there's hostiles in these systems that will also drop. They will also drop the common and the rare anomaly, so you don't actually have to mine it to get your refines done, but you will need to mine it probably for events, probably for, I mean, obviously for the field training already. We already know that's a high milestone to reach, so that's what I color coded that warp chart to kind of show what ops you would need to be to reach which of the warp token systems.
Got ya. These look like different cells as well. Delta Quadrant. Oh no, that's the Borg one. Oh, they're all called FSEP, aren't they?
Yeah. So they're pretty easy to identify.
Yeah, so they all have that Synergy, take a shot.
Hey. And then the other one is here, which is warp 470 for the last one. So for SEP 247, oh, we can't search it, can we? Oh, yeah, we can. It's 470. We can see that in stfc.space, can't we?
Yep. So that's got a mining rate of 4-95. So about double, with a crazy high lucrative node if we can find it. And the size of these nodes are larger too. So depending on your mining rate, you could sit on a rare anomaly and get 700,000 cargo. Now, I don't know. I haven't done the chart yet to show Voyager cargo sizes by tier and research level. So I don't know if that's ever going to be doable.
It's basically, I mean, 4 to 95. If it was 96, that'd be like a 24 times different, wouldn't it? 24 times the speed of the nodes. It's massive, that isn't it? That's big for a lucrative. Normally the lucratives are on a couple of like double, aren't they? They're normally double speed. There's actually 5 tokens. Yeah, that's correct. So there is actually, when I go back to this, if you say FSEP, you can only see systems that are up to warp 600 because that doesn't go any higher. But if you go into the game, there is actually some that are down here that are token locked, like these. That's a Borg system. I don't think these. I don't think. Oh, there. Yeah, look, FSEP. So that's going to be another one of those systems, but it's warp 900. So God knows what the speed's going to be like in here. But we need warp 900 to be able to get the warp 900. Just sounds ridiculous. It just sounds absolutely stupid, doesn't it? But no, that's really, really interesting to know. But definitely want to see what Voyager actually does in terms of mining. But you're saying that mining's not the right way to go anyway. We're going to be able to use the hostiles. I think what we should do is let's actually run through this loop. So we was going through us explaining how these work, which is fine. Whoops, might not be 4. Yeah, I think it's 4, Mimi. Yeah, that one in Nera was the Borg, a Borg cell. So I've just taken. Not huge, it's a tier 7 auger, it's only level 10. I've taken it to the first 35 systems, normal crew, Pipe Morochen. I'm trying to find the mining systems. I have just shown you them. So if you look, Jesse, they've all got the same name. So they all say FSEP, and there are 4 of them. So you've got one here, FSEP 505. There's FSEP 3891, which is a little bit further down. There's the one there's FSEP 247, which is here, and then there's finally FSEP 001 at 60. Just look for the warp blocks. But if you look for this little symbol here, this means that you need a token, that they're token locked systems. So if you look for them, so there's those systems, and if you look at the obviously we're telling by the names of the system, but then if you look at some of them use a different token. So if we look at so the non-FSEP ones that use them, like this one, so Missile Loop, rather than using the Delta Quadrant warp cell that we need, these use a Borg cell. So these use a Delta Quadrant Borg coordinates that we need to be able to get to those systems. And have I missed it? As somebody already said it, am I going mad? But do we know how to get these Borg coordinates at all yet?
I don't know. I've seen people with screenshots that have them, but I haven't completed my loop yet.
Right. Okay. So we're not setting out to get to them yet, but I'm sure that'll present itself. And like I said, this is the good thing about a new arc and a new ship and a new complicated loop like this. It's not all apparent on day one. We're going to be able to keep evolving and keep getting better on this. And I did see as well earlier, Jules, I don't know if you were listening, that you've started to put together a chart for the for Voyager. So anybody that's got like I think you've got up to tier 2. I think you've got up to tier 2
That's right.
to be able to get the
tier
stuff.
2,
so anybody that's got tier 3 plus, I think if they can obviously find you, get in touch with you on Discord. Obviously, posting our channel a few times, you'll be able to find them in there. I'm sure they'll be able to give you some information, won't they, that you might want to help you out for complete the chart.
Yeah, tier 3 and above, any of the cooldowns for the ship abilities as you tier it up. So, I mean, I know that the player-based scanning is a little broken right now, so I'm not sure if we know all that information yet, but any of the other stuff would be really helpful.
Right, you wanted to use 5 Lorca. Five Lorca Kang is what you wanted to use, Stewie, so let's have a go with it. I think it'll be best placed to put in. That is stupid. Why is it stupid? TX Guy, thank you so much for the follow, mate. Where are you beaming in from, buddy? And let's do a 5 below there. Let's have a look. And then we wanted to go back to the system where we was killing them. What don't you like, TX Guy? Tell me what you really think. But doesn't that kill your Voyager? It does kill my Voyager. Why have a new ship?
Although, if it is a G4 ship, but it's also unlockable at Ops 34, so repair costs should be fairly low. At least for a tier 1.
What my 1 second, Stewie? What are you going to tell me now? It's research loot matters, not so much. What do you mean, Lexel? I'm not understanding where you're going, mate. Worried about mitigation. Well, we've got 5. Damn it, never get a notification. Evening, Batman. How are you? 10 notification. I think you can opt for notifications, Batman. I think. How do you repair Voyager with Voyager parts? No, it's just standard resources and materials, Retro. Standard resources and materials, mate. You do research on killing them with Voyager right now. Yeah, to make it easier to kill them with them. So I think eventually when you get to the higher ones, when I can reach them with the warp range, etc, etc, I'm sure I'll be able to kill bigger ones. Right, let's have a look at this. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. What I can do is I can do this, and then that can go and kill it. Luckily, because there's nobody else in the system that's going to hunt my bioship. Even if it makes no sense, if you want to max loot with your spot, that's what I mean. I just think it makes sense to be able to do it until you can hit ships with Voyager that pay more loot than the ones that you're able to hit with a 46 ship with its bonus. There's no point doing anything. Oh, Stewie, we obliterated it. That crew worked so well. That crew worked extremely well. But obviously, I'm going to shoot. Look at that. So we finished it off in 3 rounds, Stewie. So we finished it off in 3 rounds with that crew. So we had Kang, we used Lorca and 5, and Hugh below deck. Absolutely smashed it. Yours shows ISO damage. Yeah, so it shows ISO damage, but because I've not done any of the research yet, it won't. I was conscious as to how it would look in a log for me to export it. So we'll look at that later. How much of this crap do I need to do a refine? Oh, we can do it now. So we can do 1 refine. Oh, we might be able to. I think if we kill another 2, we'll be able to do. And it's that's good. It's linear. So the refines are linear. So 1 chest is 3,460, and it's double the cost for 2 chests, and it's triple the cost for 3 chests. That's perfect.
That's
oh, no, it's not
fully correct. 12,000 is
12,000. Yeah, it's more, isn't it?
Yeah, it's.
So the 2 chest option is the best. You got to dock Voyager for the loot for those 2 hostiles. Yes, I do. Correct. How much have I got in? 2,000 and odd, but only. Let's just give it. Oh, I think what I'll do is I'll do 1 more, and then I'll kill it off. Loving them after you don't. But yeah, this seems to be the crew, guys. This seems to be the go-to crew at the moment. Nothing that we tried earlier worked any better than this, even using a pylon or anything like that. So the crew we're going for at the minute is going to be 5 Lorca Kang. 5 Lorca Kang seems to work extremely well. Right, we will grab. Right, so we can do two chests of this. I got really good results with 5 Lorca Kang too. Yep. I think Kang just for the additional piercing. I think Kang. Max and Hammer, see you soon, mate. Have a really good night. Thank you so much for stopping by, pal. I really appreciate it. I think Kang is a good option, but if you've got Hugh, Jesse, if you've got Hugh below deck, you don't need Kang. So Kang basically gives you that additional option and the increase in piercing. So we've got 200 commerce insignia, 2 mining tokens, and 140 ship parts for Voyager. Can we do anything to our Voyager? We can. So I think we ignore the harvester because that 10% boost to the mining laser is not going to do a great deal compared to the research. What can we do? We can do the warp range. That's going to be important. So 35. So it's going to take us to warp 60. Well, might as well do that. Cargo bay. What does it increase it to? It does increase it a little bit. So we'll definitely do the cargo, and we'll leave it at that for now. Well, we'll have to leave it at that for now because we've run out of the parts already. So what do you mine? That's luckily TX guy. That is the next step that we're on. So there are 4 systems, and they are all easily recognizable because they're called FSEP systems. And these 3 systems, so the ones that you're going to get to quickly, you've got here 505, you've got 389, 3819. There's one down here, 247, and then 001 right at the end of the tree at warp 900. So they're the 4 mining systems. So once you've gone through the 2 parts of the loop that I've already been through, which was to kill hostiles for the Hirogan, what's the faces? So you kill the hostiles for Hirogan Relics, and then you go back. That gives you the juice to be able to use the Voyager ability. You then use the Voyager ability to spawn 8472 hostiles in the new space. You then use the loot from the 8472 hostiles to exchange for the warp loop tokens, the warp system tokens, which we're going to go to now. And then what we'll do is we'll take Voyager. We've got 2 ships, so we can always test it out again. We will take Voyager. Oh, that's not it. That's the wrong one. There it is. We'll take Voyager here. We've got 2 cells, so we can always prat about with it later. Right then, so what Mimi was saying earlier and what other people have been saying is in this system, look, we've got these mining nodes. So we can use this mining node, and I haven't done the research on purpose, okay? So it's 274 an hour prior to the research, which obviously you can pack your Voyager on it and you're going to be able to mine it. And like I say, that's mining painfully slow. But there is a research which, prior to doing any mining, you need to make sure you do this research in the Starship's tree if you plan to mine it. Because obviously we've been told there's another way that we're going to test out in a second that's going to be a better way to get the loot from this. So it's going to give us a 700,000% bonus to mining. So these hostiles drop 3 different loots. They drop uncommon anomaly samples, which are used in the Voyager refinery for you to get bundles, which I'm going to show in a second. And then you're getting rare parts as well. And then you're getting exotic biotoxins, which again used to fuel bundles in the Voyager refinery. So let's see how easy these are to kill. So we're using the same crew because again they're all interceptors, and Christ, yeah, we're able to slaughter these. We've now got a 7,400 cargo capacity. Oh, they're absolutely right. So based on the mining speed that we had so far, so there's 2 different types of node. So you can either choose to mine the stuff. So you can either mine the common anomaly samples, and then here look, you can mine the rare anomaly samples, or you can kill these hostiles which drop both samples and also drop more exotic biotoxins. And you've seen there that I've killed like what, 5 hostiles, and because this cargo space is so crap, it's going to be full, I think, on this or the next hostile. But how much of the stuff do I need to actually do a refine of this new stuff? So we need 30,000 uncommon part for 1 chest of that, and we need 100,000 rare for 1 chest of that. Bloody hell. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to leave the loop there, if I'm being honest. Right then, let me really quick 5 minutes, let me just explain the loop one more time to everybody so that everybody understands it. So your first job, if you do not have Voyager, you will be coming to any of these new systems that you can see here, which are at the top of the cloud, and you're going to be grinding these hostiles if you cannot hit the hostiles that start off in this system of Velixis. If you can hit the systems that are in Velixis, they're paying about 10 times the loot what is being paid in the similar level systems further down. So if you can do it fine. You need 500 per day to get 1 Voyager blueprint. You can get 50 Voyager blueprints this month. You'll get 50 Voyager blueprints this month by completing storyline event missions. So if your storyline event missions, check this folder every single day, because I think you will need 100% completion to be able to do it. And if you complete all 20, you're going to get 38 of these little tokens, which are called Lobby crystals. You're going to get 38 Lobby crystals. You are going to get another 12 Lobby crystals from the free track of the battle pass. So the free track of the battle pass pays 12 when this works for me. 1 second. There we go. So it's going to pay 12 from this free track. They are towards the end, if I remember rightly. Oh, there they are. So there's 8 in milestone 16, and there is 4 in milestone 4, so that's the other 12. So that's going to give you 50 Lobby crystals. Those 50 Lobby crystals can be exchanged in the event store for either a Harry Kim full unlock, so 40 shards, or 50 shards of Voyager that you can exchange for. Based on the abilities of Harry Kim, I'm strongly suggest anybody that is not prepared to buy Voyager to get the 50 Lobby crystals, exchange for Voyager and speed up that loop. Once you have Voyager, you are still going to farm the exact same hostiles, but you're going to use the loot in a different way. So once you build Voyager, you can then go into the Voyager tab, and you will see this bundle here, the Hirogan Loot Exchange, and the exact same stuff that you get from killing the hostiles, the Hirogan Relics, you are going to exchange using these bundles at the bottom here for the Deuterium, Deutanium, I can't even say it. Deuterium. I'm struggling with this word here. Deuterium. Let's go with that. Deuterium canisters.
That is correct.
There we go. The Deuterium canisters. Buff juice. Let's go with that. Me correct. So you're going to exchange the hostile Hirogan relics for Deuterium canisters. Your Deuterium canisters are the loot, are the fuel that fuels your Voyager ability once you finally get it, and you're also going to get some of the circulatory fragments, which is used for the research in the Voyager research section of the Starship's tree. So once you've done that and you've got your jump juice, you are then going to use your Voyager to go back to any of these systems that we was talking, any of these new systems that you can go to, and when you are in the system, you are able to summon a species 8472 hostile. We quickly just jump back to this system. I'll show you. So you're able to summon a species 8472 hostile, and I will do it one more time for you here, just to show anybody while we're doing a quick deep dive on the loop. So within a system, you are then going to use Voyager. You are then going to click one of its 2 abilities, which is the top one. You're going to press this, which is then going to use 500 of the deuterium that you've just got, and it's going to summon a hostile to your ship. It acts as like a bounty hunter, so it just works its way towards it. Because these hostiles, these 8472 hostiles, drop these exotic biotoxins. So you're going to kill those to get that loot, Then you're going to go back into your refinery, into the Voyager tab, and you're going to use the 8472 loot exchange, which obviously uses the exotic biotoxins that you've just got from doing those hostiles to exchange for commerce insignia, which is used for another section of the refinery, and also to get your ship parts for Voyager, which is used to upgrade. And also you're going to get one of these Delta Quadrant warp cells. The Delta Quadrant warp cells are used in specific mining systems, which are easily recognizable behind the fact they've got a warp block, and it's the ones with a warp block that have the letters FSEP at the start. So we'll see some that have a warp block that use a different token. So they use a Borg, Delta Quadrant Borg coordinates, as opposed to the actual cell, whereas this one uses the cell that we get from that chest that I've just shown you, the Delta Quadrant warp cell. Then when you go into that system, the FSEP systems, you then have two options. You can either use the mines to mine these two currencies, common anomaly samples and rare anomaly samples. So you need to mine both of those. So you can either take a mining ship. You can mine a lot faster with Voyager, but the cargo is not fantastic. So you can use it to mine these two materials, and you're still going to get. And if you can also choose to not mine and kill hostiles for it, similar to how the loop worked with getting mycelium. You could either mine the mycelium or you could kill hostiles for the raw mycelium. So once you've got your loot that you've got from those two, so your rare and your uncommon anomaly samples, you then go back into your refinery, and then you do the final part of the test of the loop, which is to exchange your anomaly samples for extra Voyager ship parts, extra research particles, extra research materials, and brand new artifact shards. So O'Brien's dartboard, Blade of Takon, Picard's reskinned flute, dual generators, which you can get, and then there's the rare anomaly samples, which does basically the same thing. So you're able to get more Voyager ship parts. Did I click on the rare one last time, or was it the uncommon one I clicked on before? Oh, they look exactly the same. But yeah, basically you use the anomaly samples to be able to pull these refineries. The lowest, Lexel says, the lowest mining system, species 8472 hostiles, have 8 times less hull HP than the level 40 hunters. I bet you can fill up your pylon with piles of loot and again, this is a brand new loop. It's only come out today, and that could be an option where you can just go and grind away in a low-level system with a pylon, use its loot bonus, maybe use 5 of 11, and potentially fill up a pylon's cargo. And if that is going to be an option where we can use it something like we do with the Mantis, where we can use those ships to their benefits to be able to do it. Skin flute. Yeah, it was Picard's. Let me find it. Let me go back and find it again. It was quite funny. So Explorer commerce, commerce insignia is used in this part of the refinery retro. So the only parts that we didn't cover, and it allows you to exchange. Now again, these are all Voyager tier 1 exchange options. So these are going to scale as your as your Voyager gets to higher tier. These are going to get higher. So for example, Interceptor commerce is paying 3-star Interceptor parts. I'm assuming that when you're going to get Voyager to higher tiers, that you're going to be able to get 4-star ship parts, potentially even 5-star ship parts at really high tiers. But then you can use it for Franklin Air parts, so you can get additional Mark II frequency modulators. You can use it to get additional Fisher parts. One that I quite liked is you can actually use it to get ship skins shard trackers. This was something that I thought was really quite good, because the flow of ship skin shard trackers, to be able to get some of the old G3 skins, which you're more getting for cosmetic reasons now, is really slow through the amalgam refinery. So you could potentially get a few more of these. I'm not sure what the cooldown is on these because I've not bought any yet. Tell you what, let's do one and see what the cooldown is on the amalgam commerce. Yeah, it's a day. Ship shin shard trackers, yeah, exactly, Stewie. So yeah, 22-hour cooldown on all of those, but just to give you a little bit of an extra nudge up with the each individual loop. And that, my friends, is Voyager in a nutshell. It looked very, very complicated when we looked at this to start with, and we looked at this picture of the loop, where the loop looks quite complex, but it's not really. You kill Hirogan hostiles, get your deuterium, use the deuterium to fuel the Voyager's ship ability to be able to find the 8472 hostiles, kill the 8472 hostiles to get exotic biotoxins, use the biotoxins to get the warp cells to go to the warp system where you either mine or kill the hostiles to get the other loot to be able to exchange them for artifact shards and additional Voyager ship parts. And round and round we go. Sounds quite convoluted. I think it will get easier over time once we've had a few days at getting it. But for me, I'm quite looking forward to it. I've just sort of getting into it and seeing what the different damage parts and that sort of stuff comes with it, because they've put the new isolytic damage, which I think will be a really cool mechanic to investigate how all that works when we can get a little bit deeper into that. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell.